Adding color to an object is like wrapping an object with wrapping paper. You've got to decide what to put on it. It's a real simple process. Let's open up our window rendering editor Hypershade. Window rendering editor Hypershade. And you're going to get this window. The window looks complex, but it really isn't. It's going to provide you with hundreds of these options. You are welcome to look them up, and I encourage you to study textures a little bit more in the Hypershader, more in depth. It gives you a lot of freedom with your scene. But for the sake of the course, we're just going to worry about anisotropic, which kind of gives it a chrome rim, Blinn, which is like plastic, Lambert, which is like a matte surface, Phong, which is shiny, like a shinier plastic, and you can do Phong-E, same thing, or File. I have not studied these in depth. It's not my specialization, but if this type of career is of interest to you, I can point you to a couple of great resources. First of all, never use your default Lambert 1, Particle Cloud 1, or Shader Glow 1. Those are there just to be added as default textures to whatever's in your scene. What you want to do is create one of these, an anisotropic, Blinn, or Lambert, Phong, or File. So I'm going to just try first. I'm going to color it a solid color with a Lambert. I'm going to call this orange because that's the color I'm going to make. Notice that your attribute editor opened up when you made this new orange, and you can label it, and look at that, it's got the title here. Whenever you make a texture, label it. You will find that you have 20 or 30 textures in here and you're going to go crazy. To make it orange, all you do is look for the color in the attribute editor, press it with your left mouse button, and look at that, you get a color. So I'm going to make it orange. I'm going to turn it over here and see how it gets orange, and I can change it around. I like that. And now all I got to do is click in whatever object I want to make active, and then I right click over the material that I want to assign, and I select Assign a Material to Selection. So I'm just right clicking over the material, dragging my mouse up, and look at that, it's orange. Now I'm going to make a new one. And I'm going to make a new, oh, by the way, don't use File right away. Use it up here. I'm going to make I'm going to put a picture on it, like a picture, a TIFF or something. And I'm going to, again, create this Lambert. I'm going to say, this is my picture. And it'll be renamed here, so I always know what to pick. Then I click on this black and white square on the right of color. This black and white square will immediately attach a file to one of these shaders up here. Okay? So you never want to just click on a file and make it. That'll just confuse things. Make yourself first one of these shaders, then through this shader you're going to pick the file, and I'll show you. So we're going to change it on the color, click a file, and then I can see this is the same as here. There's a half dozen ways to get to anything in Maya. This is the preferable way. So I'm going to click File. Now I'm going to find something on my system to put in here, and here's a painting. Ah, cool. A painted texture. And these look really cool. These are good textures to use. I'm going to open that, and look at that. It already maps to that file. So now, same process. I'm going to select the sphere, right click over that material, and you're not going to see it. You're going to think, oh my gosh, what the heck is wrong? What did I do? Well, there's a super secret button you got to press. Aren't you glad you're in this class? And it is under shading. We're going to take this off for a second to demonstrate a few things. It's called hardware texturing. Click on that, and you'll see any image files that you bring in to color your scene with. Look at that, isn't that cool? So you can see that you could definitely bring in picture of an Earth map and put it on. Later on we're going to discuss, there's an area where you see the seam on here, just like you do when you wrap something. And we're going to discuss some UV map editor a bit.